What's going on, everybody? What's up, Dream Villain? Renee, KSO, what's up? Oh my god, we're gonna get us some guard gear today. There's gotta be something, right? Something's gotta drop. I mean, I still got a lot to do for the guard set. I mean, I could do with a better Arcanist helm too, but like that piece is good. That piece is usable, but it's a lower roll, and I would rather have power and percent damage. And then this piece is just straight up got a bum passive on it altogether. That's actually a nice roll too. It's disappointing that I got that bum passive. Anyway, we might as well start there. I hate to do it, but let's get it out of the way, huh? Let's get the Highlands over with, for God's sakes. So, if you want to join, feel free to hop on in. I'm gonna call it... What are we gonna call it? Stuff and Things. So, join Stuff and Things if you're wanting to get yourself a pair of guard boots. I think the guard boots drop here. Let's check it out. Just going to do spammer builds today for the most part, as I just want to, I want to get some runs in, you know? So just going to kind of spam them up here today. We can go like right there. I don't know. They don't post any of that stuff for anyone to know in advance. I'm gonna guess not, just because it's their one big must-have monetization thing. So I would doubt they're gonna do it anytime soon, but I have no idea. You know, they might have something starting tomorrow. DD1 is on a Humble bundle right now for 80% off. So you never know. Right, I feel like I'm missing something. Got an awful lot of DU left, huh? But yeah, generally speaking, they don't tell us in advance. When stuff like that happens, it just happens, and they say, "Oh yeah." I mean, they'll have, I don't know what sale they've been going some sort of in-game sale every week. For DD2, I don't know what they're doing this week though. It's probably already started, whatever it is. Close to the core. Oh, no DU. That'll do it. Well, that's alright. We got enough anyway. Just go something like maybe this. Kind of cover both entrances a little bit. Gonna rogue it up a bit today. Like I said, just kind of do spammer builds and kind of the comfort zone builds. What do we got here? We got Dream Villain. We got Apex Lion, and we got Saiyajin. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. Those are, I can say that those are super duper rare. In the 8 years DD2's been around, I think I've only seen that maybe twice in 8 years. So I mean, it's definitely one of the more rare sales. $128 boots, and all 3 stats have fort. Oof. That's a lot of boots there, Aramir. That's a lot of booties. It's going to really bum me out, then, when I get a really badass pair here on my first try this afternoon, huh? I wish. In Dream World. It's so weird with the 3 stats. I mean, you'd think the 3 stat items... Apex Lion going AFK on us. You'd think the 3 stat gear, you would see a mix, right? I mean, there's 4 stats. You'd think it would be mixed up all the time, but you'd never see it. Oh, I don't care, Apex Lion. You chill, man. It's all good. I was just seeing who it was. I mean, if we can't go AFK on wave 23 on this map, then you can just slap me down and call it bad build confirmed. Gonna check the numbers after you're done. I mean, that's a pretty good sample size. Obviously, it's still Oh, I know who you are. Hey, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be sitting on a... I usually go AFK over here. Up here. This is my spot right here. I like to check out the quality artwork here on this this little column, and got a little board there to look at. That's my favorite little AFK spot right there. Does it matter what map you do it on, or is it just act that matters? For what, Bugs Bunny? Most of the things it will matter what map you do it on. I'm not sure what you're referring to, though. Are you talking about the guard boots that we're going for today? Those are... all fusion drops are map specific. I wasn't planning on doing a Lycan King now. I want to get a better guard set. I mean, I'm looking at these people are sending me screenshots of their Wisp and their Aura setups, and they just put mine to shame so bad. So I mean, I need to get to the grind here and get myself some guard gear, and guard goes on so many things, you know. Yeah, fused armor are all specific drops. There, Bugs. Give you an image to screenshot. So the exact items drop from those maps. I'm gonna have a video coming on it too soon. That's talking about just general loot quality and the rifted pieces, because you know obviously it's all about the fusion gear in game. I'll probably end up doing a few later on tonight. There, Apex Lion, if you're on Discord or whatever, or in my Steam group, you might see me online. I'm kind of looking forward to checking out the Switch. Oh crap, man, I left that screen up. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm just running around, you know. I look over. I'm kind of looking forward to the Switch update. I haven't played it on the Switch yet. I've been holding out for that update, so I need to get my little speedrun to massacre mode next episode up too. I'll try to get it up tomorrow morning. They didn't talk about much, Dream Villain. It was just a regular Friday fun stream. Them revealing info every week right before the Lycan's Keep update hit was kind of a treat. That's not normal for them. Normally Friday streams have no information at all. But the news this week was Nintendo Switch is getting the Lycan's Keep update on Tuesday. Or they're planning on Tuesday. They still have testing to do, so tentatively scheduled, as they say. So what's everybody up to today? Anybody grinding out anything particular or playing anything new? I ain't gonna lie, the whole Diablo 2 remaster is calling my name. But on the same note, it's just a Diablo 2 remaster. You know, I mean, I've already logged so many hours in Diablo 2. More boots. Nah, they're free, David. Just log back in, do the update, and you're good. Well, Arcanist gear is a big option, too. I mean, it's not something that you gotta have. I mean, we were all doing it without Arcanist gear here just not too long ago, so you'll get it, man. You'll get it. Hops, what's up, man? How you doing? I am just having kind of a chill Friday afternoon. Don't die! Oh man, did you see that? I was dying. I was headed to my doom. Trying to make a Squire tank build? Well, I mean, you still don't need the Arcanist piece for that. Any armor set will work for a tank build. Almost pulled a Phil. Oh man, I have fallen off this map so many times. I don't know if I can even give Phil credit for that one. Like, there's not many runs that I can even do this map without falling off. Finally beat the keep today. Congrats, Christian. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome news. Get wrecked, Siren. Yeah, I mean, hell, we were all using a rifted helmet just not too many days ago, you know. It's the new shiny. It's nowhere near required in any situation at all. Did I make it all the way over there? Oh yeah, piece of cake. I mean, you're not going to be using your Squire to build anyway, you know? I mean, you can, but most people not named Lalta wouldn't. It was funny how he was trying to pull it off that the Blisses were okay today on stream with the Wisps completely covering the map. And they still lost. Poor Lalters. He wants the Squire to be really good. He does. He just is having a hard time recognizing its poo-poo factor. You get more chances at better drops, Toby. The loot quality is unaffected by the number of players, but the amount of loot is affected by the number of players. More mobs equals more loot. So you get more chances. It's actually, as far as drops per hour goes, it's way, way closer, or way, way faster solo. Well, I mean, since it's the only tank in the game, you would certainly hope so. It was the best in slot tank slot, right? You get the wings for doing the different tests. This particular pair, I think these are the test 2 of the Demon Lord. So it's the middle tier one, I think. Oh, that's not what's OP about the Squire. What's OP about the Squire is that spinning steel. Plus just having a super fast, you know, you can go with just an Radiate build and wreck it. But the spinning steel is just stupid levels of burst damage. Like literally, you know, 500 million, like within 1 second. I've never played Dying Light, Citro. How you doing, though? I think I might even have Dying Light and just have never played it. I had this issue, and that was I was insanely addicted to Dungeon Defenders 2. So there was like a 6 or 7 year period where I just missed out on a lot of games. Shit, did I accidentally loot it? No. A lot of games because I refused to play anything but DD2. Yeah, Ethereum Champion's great if you want to go with a Radiate build. You're not going to get the big boy numbers then, but you'll get damn fine sustained DPS, you know? But the thing with the Squire is you can go with that spinning steel build and, I mean, literally 500 million in a 1 second. You can do that once every 5 seconds. That's crazy. Crazy damage, you know? So, I mean, that's almost, well, I mean, you got to be decked to the roof to do that much, but If you are, that's 100 million damage a second. Or, yeah, it's 100 million damage a second. Just with the ability. Not including the pet or the irradiate or anything else. Of course, you throw the pet and the irradiate in the mix, you got just absurdity. Yeah, I mean, for builders, it's pretty easy because every hero is the same. Get all 4 builder stats on all your stuff, upgrade power. Any damage or any defense that does damage, you can apply that to and have great success. Wish Warden was a better DPS tank. The Warden's completely unkillable if you build for it. I mean, you can get her health up over 1 million. You got those mushrooms you could stand in. Not including just regular old health regen or anything. I mean, if you wanted the Warden to be a tank, you could make the Warden a tank. And still a pretty good pet poos. I run around on my Warden just fine, and I've only got like 2 pieces of regen gear, and I never heal. Now, my Warden's set up for AFK, though, so I don't really dish out much damage. Well, if you like melee, is the purpose. It's a playstyle choice. There's no reason to need it at all. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, god damn it. I thought I was going to make it through the whole map without falling off. Nope. But yeah, it's a playstyle choice. Some people just like playing tanks. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? But there's no reason where you have to have it. Like, I'm not a big melee guy, so I'm just not into the tanks as much. I'll play the Squire for the memeness of the spinning steel, but for no other reason. I don't know, maybe. If I angled it perfect, probably, but we all know that's not going to happen. See the photos Phil sent to me? I didn't, let's see. I see how you are, Phil. I see how you are. What an evil mofo. Phil did a image of a stream deck and had blow up Juice Bag's core button and nerf Juice Bag's RNG button. Well, shit. That's a damn fine piece right there. Shame it's ancient, huh? Where are my booties? Ugh. Plagued, man. Plagued with the bad booties. What is the deal with the fort range rate on everything? Look at this. Fort range rate. Fort power range. Fort power rate. Fort power range. I guess it's just fort is the issue. It's because guard pieces are guaranteed to have fort on them. That's why it's fort. Sucks. Sucks. So you have to get a 4-stat piece for guard, or it's just no good. Oh, it's really, really good here, Citro. Theoden! What's up, man? Yeah, new place. I got fiber internet. Got my own studio again. Got big 5-acre property. So it's pretty awesome. Been enjoying it quite a bit. What's going on there, Quick? How you doing, man? I'm doing good, Thana. Just kind of chilling today. Taking it easy. I got just a bunch of just farming to do, you know? So just kind of chilling it out, doing some public matches here, trying to farm up guard stuff. But pretty good day so far, no complaints. I'm not sure yet, Citro. You're gonna have to ask me again in a few months here. I get conflicting reports from the locals because we live right in between two lakes directly. It's like you go, I don't even know how far, 500 meters one way, there's a lake. You go 1,000 meters the other way, there's another lake. Pardon me. But some people are saying they freeze, other people are saying they don't. So I mean, I don't know what to think. Yeah, Justin TTTV won the pizza wings. Lucky mofo. That's good. It's the rarest thing in the game. So tell him congrats. Literally the rarest thing in the game. Phil jinxed me. I think Phil owes me a set. Phil jinxed me and said, let me guess, it's going to be juice bags today. And that completely jinxed me. Nah, it's not really a floodplain. The lakes don't really flood over, just the rivers would, and the rivers are far enough away where we don't have to worry about it. You do it again? That's terrible, Phil. It's terrible. I don't think it'll come soon. No. They're Jaegers. I don't know. I don't think it will come soon, though. I think they've got their hands pretty full right at the moment with PlayStation and everything else. I'm sure they've given it some design thought. No doubt. You want to see skins? One of the things that I really missed from DD1 is the crystal skins. I thought those were super cool. Being able to reskin your crystal to something else. Just copy paste that shit over, Phil. Make it happen, man. Make it happen. It's Control C, Control V is that's what you do, and then bam, installed. It's just that easy. Game development 101. See, I've got it all figured out, y'all. Well, DD2's trading is kind of shit, to be honest. DD1 had those AFK shops, which were really good. Well, I'm telling you right now, Aramir, I can see that too. If they ever did crystal skins, I 100% could see a Corgi crystal. But I am telling you all right now, you can quote me on this, and it'll be true forever. I will never, ever use a Corgi crystal skin. Unless somebody pays me to do it. Which we all know that ain't gonna happen. But I personally will never use a Corgi crystal skin. Just not gonna do it. I'm about to have to do it again, to be honest with you. You guys remember last week, I started that stream off by just deleting everything, selling everything out of my inventory. I'm getting to that point where I gotta do it again. I've done it like 5 times. Replace the core mesh with Corgi mesh? You can't do that, Phil, Because then it would be like a skinned corgi. You can't be skinning the corgis, man. That's unacceptable. I could see a chromatic. I mean, I think there would be lots of things to do that would be on the easier side for the art team. I mean, they could start off with that, just making changing textures for like the gold rings. I mean, obviously what we really want is the real core skins that completely replace the form altogether, but make the ogres throw. That'd be corgi cruelty too there, KSO. We can't do that. No ogres throwing corgis. They could do a corgi tower. They could do a corgi launcher and have the corgi shoot out. You know, take that mushroom AI. That way we know it'd be really, really useless. Have it shoot out and run down the lane like a mushroom, and then go over and bite the ankles of the baddies. And then put like apply a slow, you know, because their ankles, you know, they got the freshly corgi bitten Achilles tendon going, so they have to take that 30% slow or whatever it is. That's the thing to do right there. I'm telling you. But hopefully they do the right thing and quit throwing goddamn corgis into the game. Jesus Christ, man. Before the end, it's going to be made for like 3 and under. Good Lord, Phil. Give us something mean and scary looking. Not a corgi. Enough with the corgis. I know Phil stays up all night. Because he's an engineer, you see. He's not actually an artist. So Phil stays up all night on his off time designing these corgis. And drawing them all up. So, I mean, we can still blame Phil. But, you know, I mean, Phil's the engineer type. And Phil thought Pick on Phil Day was over. Blame Mason for making the art. You did enough blaming Mason today already. What's going on there, John Cena? How you doing? Halloween skins would be pretty cool. I mean, it's coming up too. But there's no way in hell they're going to have episode 2 ready to go by Halloween. It's Blame Mason Day. I don't think Mason's ready for it, Phil. You got to go easy on him. You got to go slow. You got to go slow. He's not hardened by the internet yet. I tell you, my hope right now is that they get the next content out to us by the end of the year. But I really have questions on how realistic that is at all. Well, I mean, there'll be many more paid skin packs, but they'll be tied to the content updates, I would think. If they just start spamming out skin packs, it's not gonna be a good look for them, I don't think. The Gold Tavern it's exactly what it said, a gilded tavern. Gilded means gold-plated, right? So it's exactly as advertised, but it doesn't look very good. Plus, I'm not even going to go on a rant and rave about it. They did dirty things with that tavern. Dirty things. I'm just having a chill day today, though, y'all. I will do no ranting and raving unless it involves corgis or Phil. Any of those two things are fair game. I will rant and rave all day about those. I don't think they'll add anything similar to Onslaught and DDA. You got to remember, Onslaught is what killed DD2. I don't think they're very excited to ever put a system like that in another Dungeon Defenders game. You never saw it in my tavern because it looks like ass, so I never use it. The Gilded Tavern. It's actually literally hard on the eyes. It's hard to even turn it on. Test my rant statement. Well, Onslaught would probably be a very fine test. It's a good call there. Dylan, what's up, man? Onslaught is fun until you actually try to do any Onslaught climbing. And then you realize it's a completely worthless waste of your time. There's no reward and there's no change as you go from floor to floor. It's the same shit over and over and over and over again for countless hours. That does not qualify, Andreas. I did not raise my voice at all. So that does not qualify. But let's not talk about evil things. Let's talk about happy things like corgis. Now, the real question here is, if Phil is into corgis so much, why does Phil not have a corgi? Why do you not have a corgi, Phil? Why do you have to rely on Lalta's corgi? That just doesn't seem right. I think we all need to pitch in and get Phil a corgi. Christmas is right around the corner, y'all. We can start we can start a GoFundMe for it. The Phil Corgi Fund. The highest difficulty survival that you can complete quickly is the best place to farm XP. Ideally, you want to be able to do wave 20 to 25 starts in a timely manner. You can do wave 20 starts, you're going to just burn through the XP like it's nothing. In fact, I forget. I mean, I've got so many level 105s now, I just forget to even level more, even though I do have more heroes to level. You don't have the apartment set up for a corgi? Well, I mean, that's even better for you then, Phil, because the Phil Corgi Fund could include a larger apartment. See, now we're talking, right? What's going on there, Den? How you doing? Yeah, the Royal Garden's a top pick. A lot of people like Prom. Of course, on the lower end, Ancient Mines is pretty popular grind spot. But Royal Gardens and Prom are super duper quick Act 3 maps. No luck on the rig to give away. What do we got going on here? Ooh, an archer. And we had an archer pewing on us. Don't pew on my archer. Wonder where he was pewing from. Had to have been down here, right? I don't think they will, no. But, I mean, nothing would shock me at this point, Bugs Bunny. You got to realize all those systems are all the systems that really tore down DD2. So, I mean, repeating their mistakes would just not be smart. Oh, it was an archer pewing me? All right, that's probably quite possible. Those archers love to pew me. That would be pretty cool, Trevor. That would definitely be an interesting feature. That would be super cool. You should ping him on Twitter and suggest that to him. That's a great idea. Tag me on it too, and I'll retweet it. But yeah, that's an awesome idea. Make it so, Phil. Make it so. Just stay up late tonight and draw that shit up. That way it's good and arted. I'm not positive on that one, Citro. I think you have to have completed up to this point. Like we're doing wave 23 starts, so you will have had to have completed wave 23. I believe is how it works. You have to have beaten the wave? Yeah, that's what I thought. Or the best way to do it is just join people out of Steam chat on my Steam group. And then you can bypass all that. Oh no! God, I did it again. At least there was only 40 mobs left this time. Well, I mean, pure strategy is the easiest game mode in the game, so it's way, way easier, but the XP is not near as good. Where you at, booties? Finally get all 4 stats, and then I get 2 completely bum passives. Story of my life. Where's my other piece? Or it's an ancient piece anyway, it doesn't even matter. Alright, one more, then we'll move on. We will move on to another area of wonderfulness. Yeah, it's only pure strat is survival without hardcore. So it's going to drop the exact same gear as non-hardcore survival. I mean, pure strat is, it is way, way easier. So, I mean, if you're having a tough time completing the maps, pure strat is going to be a much easier approach for you for sure. And I actually enjoy the game mode. I don't dislike it personally. I mean, I like building, but the thing is in most of your builds that you do on normal survival mode, you're building to get yourself as least active as possible anyway. So your same builds just work on pure strat. There's no changes required or anything really. Keep forgetting how many wisps I've been putting here. Valid location. Go back here. Put it a little too close to the core. That looks like I can get another one. There we go. I'm not sure. Dylan, I'm gonna assume maybe so, but it's a complete assumption. I don't really know. We roguing it up. I think that would be a really good mid-update thing. Like in between major content updates, if they added mixed mode, Massacre mixed mode rifted in, I think that would be a really good mid-tier, like a in-between update, because it would give us something to farm again without actually releasing any new content, you know? I think that would be a smart move for anyone that is a producer at Chromatic, but or a designer, I guess, at Chromatic. But other than Brent, I don't think many designers swing by the streams. At least not mine. You are all things, Phil. Don't try no easy outs. You are all things. You're not heading up the marketing team either, but look at you. So come on. Don't even. Oh, here's Juicy. I haven't seen Juicy in months. It seems like forever since I've seen Juicy. I actually had wondered if they had taken him out. It had been so long since I've seen him. Well, I mean, mixed mode is good for non-rifted play, you know? It's just, we're at a point now where you really just want to be in rifted. You know, that's the game mode. Because rifted for fusion gear is going to be better in non-rift mode as well. Get wrecked. God, there's got to be a pair of boots in here. Monk boost is awesome. Hell yeah. I am a big fan myself. It's a travesty that they don't want the monk to be as good as the other heroes. Trying to condemn the monk to utility duty only. It's very, very shameful of them, but yeah, no. I think at this stage I probably would end up just doing a pet build on a Warden anyway, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna change maps after this one and start up a fresh group. That way somebody else has a chance to come in. You guys feel free to rejoin, but I want to make sure anyone else at least has an opportunity that wants to. And we'll move on to, say, Royal Gardens. But I'll show you. It's just not... I mean, it's exactly what it said. Gilded Tavern. Well, Gilded is gold-plated. So picture literally everything gold-plated. That's it. It doesn't look fantastic, though. I mean... It's what it says, you know? I mean, like I said, I can't really complain. It's exactly what Gilded means. So... But yeah, I'll show you. Remind me again, though, when I get out of the map, because, you know, I forget things after, like, 3 seconds. I'm going to do Royal Gardens next, probably. I got, what? Ancient Mines, Royal Gardens, this map, of course... and Glitterhelm on the farm list today. I think so. I'm not positive. It's not the room, it's the entire tavern. The secret room, I think other people can get into it. Tavern defense was pretty awesome. Shadow Wolf. I think a lot of people would like that, like a tavern defense map. Oh, you baddies get wrecked. I would bet that those two, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I would bet if you polled the entire Dungeon Defenders community, not just the current active players, but literally everyone, and said what maps would you like to see return to Dungeon Defenders Awaken, I would bet Tavern Defense, Aquanos, and what else? What do you guys think would be the third? Like maybe King's Game? Or does King's Game have so many haters now after the hard farming in DD1? Sky City, maybe? I know that was a favorite of many. King's Game. I can assure you, Servants' Quarters would not be it there, Aramir. And Aramir knows that. King's Game is the only map I ever play anymore when I log back into DD1. Still fishing for the Alti++ dice pet with 999 rolls. Servants' Quarters would be a special write-in. Servants' Quarters is just not anybody's favorite, I don't think. Servants' Quarters, Act 5 boss map. What would the boss be, though? The Butler. The Butler would be the boss fight. Misty Mire on survival. A giant corgi is always the answer, right? Servants' Quarters is in DD1. And it's much hated by many. So the Crummies know that. If they introduced Servants' Quarters, it would literally be just them giving the middle finger to the community. Because everyone has said no Servants' Quarters. So much that they've even addressed it before and said that Servants' Quarters will never make it into the game. The original creative director said that. Oh, no. Oh, almost duffed it again. Jesus. Well, Servants' Quarters isn't difficult. It's just not a fun map. It's not that it's going to be a challenge to get it completed. It's that it's irritating, you know? It was hard for you? It depends if you had the EV or not. If you were playing it before pre-EV, then those archers were a huge pain in the ass. If you were playing through it after EV, then the archers were trivial. Oh, the majority of the maps are maps that have been brought back, Your Majesty. But yeah, Foundries and Forges is back. Valerie, what's up? You hated Sky City? I didn't mind Sky City. Sky City was really fun playing with the aggro management of mobs. Like, you could leave 2 of the cores completely unattended. And as long as you built, didn't put any towers up there to cause any aggro at all, and just left it only traps and auras, you could funnel every enemy on the map down to the main area where the boat was. Sky City was challenging. Right now, yeah. Logan, DDA's got a lot, oh, there it is. DDA's got a lot more future potential than DD2 does. Oh, that has been every run, Valerie. Every run on this map today, I think I've fallen off of it. Literally every single one. Terrible, terrible, terrible. This is a gorgeous map, too. If it didn't have so many enemies and run so slow, I could see this map being people's favorite, because it is really pretty. They did a great job with it. Why they decided to put in 6 million slow spawning enemies on a huge map that requires all these slow spawning enemies to run everywhere. Yeah, it's public game. I'm getting ready to make a new group after this one. We're gonna move on to like Royal Gardens, I think. I'm gonna make up a new group. Oh, if I ever said that, it was a joke. You give me any game with no death penalty for dying, and I just don't care. I will die constantly. It's Plippington. It's much better? What do you mean, Valerie? Co-op? Good lord. Contra cheats work here? I don't know any. Choose specific death penalties? Well, I mean, then you're going to make me pay attention. Oh, compared to before, yeah, the scaling is way, way better. 2-player is actually the easiest clears. I think most people are agreeing on now. Oh, I wish, there, Your Majesty. I would seriously doubt they would ever put a juice character in game. Genie's still good, but you can get away with not using it. And if you can get away with not using it, then that frees up or opens up a lot of doors, you know? But the Genie does do good. Any Genie basically is going to have the same effectiveness. Good would be a matter of getting the right rolls with a lot of upgrades. You want all 3 hero stats on it. But even the junkiest Genie out there can still get to the cap of mana production really, really easily. Alright, where are you at? That's militia. Here they are. All 4 stats again, and then I get range and rate. God dang, man. Such a bummer. I mean, those might actually be a slight upgrade on one of my pieces. Thanks for the urns. All caps. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I've been hitting my caps lock button an awful lot lately. Alright, so I'm going to pop out and I'll start a new group here. Like I said, you all that were in, feel free to join back. I just want to make sure other people have an opportunity to hop in. Connection to PlayFab failed. I probably tried to log back in too quick. There we go. All right, so what were we going to do? Or people wanted to see the Gilded Tavern. Let me clear out some of the trash here real quick. It's good enough for now. Yeah, it gold plates everything. So, I don't know. I just don't, personally, I mean, it's exactly what it said. It just, I don't think it looks great. I mean, this is gilded, though. Gilded means gold plated, and it's literally gold plated. Is there new classes? Yeah, there's 2 that were just added in the Lycan's Keep update. This one I'm playing right now, the Rogue, and then the Warden, which is the reimagined Dryad from DD2. All right, let me check these booties. I have this on power. I do. Let me go somewhere where my chicken's not going ham. Oops. See, I've got power on the other ones, though, so I'm only missing 1 passive. That's a high roll, too. So it would be tough to come up with that much stats without having perfect passives. That's going to be a grind, man. To get a piece better than what I've already got is going to be a big grind. What about on my monk? Rate and range. Power and range would be better, but it would be more range too. Actually, it would be less overall. It would be a power gain, but I would lose rate. I'd lose a little bit of range, and I'd lose a little bit of fort. So, not worth. Ooh. Yeah, the gold-plated tavern was a Kickstarter thing. It was $300, and then they gave it to everyone that had access to the back room, which was like a $75 tier. And everybody that bought the $300 tier bought it for the gold-plated tavern. So they basically just devalued everyone's money instantly by doing that. So $300 purchase given to everyone that spent $75 or more. Bad move. Trendos. Bad move. I want my 225 back, you know? I'm still not ranting. This is not considered a rant there, Andreas. All right. Royal Gardens. Put on your sunglasses, y'all. We go into the gardens. Public. Liking King. And we'll call this one Not Bill. You know, my caps lock is still on. Not Bill's game at all. There we go. Just so everybody knows, this is not Phil's game. Let's get it. Phil's one of the developers that I constantly pick on. He's a good guy. Don't tell him I said that. Don't you dare. It's different now. It was more than 25%, but now it's split amongst your entire deck, and it's called Versatility now. So it's 20% to every hero, and then like I'm getting a 5% bonus for my giraffe. But yeah, it's called Versatility now, and it applies to everything in your deck. So anyone in my deck that builds gets a 20% damage bonus. Forgot to gas it. Gotta get gassy up, y'all. Oh my god. It's Phil. I didn't see that it was actual Phil. We got Light 218. We got the Philomancer. And then we got Simplitic Gaming. Don't worry, Phil. I'm not going to put a bunch of harpoons up top and then pretend like your wisps aren't covering the map. I will not do that, I promise. Sorry, Lalta. Lalta, you watch it anyway. Did I not put any up here? I mean, I don't really need any up there. Jeez, it feels so spammy just covering this bridge with wisps. Bad route placement, huh? I think that's good. Power is 100% without question. Power would be the #1 stat. Fortify, you want to get to 3906 and then ignore it, and then you'd want to go power and rain or power and rate after that. But power rules the roost on most defenses, proton beam or buff beams included. Yeah, lasers are fun on the gardens. I'm just being very lazy chill mode today and don't want to change my deck. So just doing the spammer builds here. And choking to death. I wasn't purposefully trying to blind you all. I was muting you so you didn't hear me blowing out your eardrums as I choked to death. The allergies are a little on the intense side today. Let's laser beam them. Pew! We got a great laser beam map here. Where am I at? I'm in Spokane, Washington. Suck it, Index. No, not for me. The East Coast, I know they're coming into hurricane season. Out here, it's all about the earthquakes. All about the earthquakes. I got spootered on. Hey, what got blown up? We got a little ogre snot ball through the floor, or a little kobold through the floor. Yeah, fires too, that's true. Well, I mean, the root got blown up by something. That's alright, I'll get it down here. We can just burn the rest of these guys. Not like there's an issue at all. Because I've got 10 mana regen per second on my accessories, Christian. You never have to turn it off. You only need 10 mana regen per second. We've got no income tax, but we've got super high sales tax on everything. But there's no state income tax, though. I've actually purposefully lived in states that did not have state income tax for about the last 20 years. I can't stand paying taxes, you know? Nevada was the best, I think. It's because there's some kind of rounding going on there, Robert. It's not a true 10. It can go the other way, too. Like, I had 9 mana regen if I added it up on my Warden at one point, and I wasn't. I was able to keep it going 100%. So, it's a rounding thing for sure. All right, let's see. Oops, did I not put it down? Apparently not. The tree's still there. The tree didn't get blown up. Just the wisps. It's from a ogre. If anybody's standing on the wisps and an ogre throws at it, it hits the bridge underneath and blows up what's on top of it. So, like, the key on this map is don't go AFK on your stack. The best AFK spot, I will show you guys here, in my opinion anyway. And I got 1 extra DU? Or no, I don't. That's weird. It's showing... Or yeah, I got 1 extra DU. Is that not a tree right there? Tree? Where'd the 1 other DU go? Or did I not use it? I'm not even sure. But this is the spot to AFK right here, if I can only not fail jump. Right, yeah. You can go up here too if you want. If you go up here, more ogres are going to throw at you. I think the gator is the worst part of the DLC. I think the other stuff looks cool. I think, like, this chromatic skin looks cool. The gator stuff looks really, really rushed to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being an asshole, a picky asshole, but it looks really, really rushed. Oh, yeah, I probably went 6, because I did have a big, long overclock beam, so that's what it was. I'll pew on these guys harder. Pew, 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 pew. You prefer the gator stuff over the chromatic skins? I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't, I feel like the quality isn't necessarily there. I think the chromatic skins would be way cooler if you could pick the colors, though. And then the paper masks look cool, you know? Well, I mean, I think it would take a lot of, maybe not a lot, but it would take some engineering effort to put that in where they were interchangeable to other colors. Something hit it again. It must be from this side. My root is still there. It's not the root. It's just you lose one wisp, you lose your buff beam, then you lose everything. You know? Oh, it's outside of the reflect. Oh, I see. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think being able to change the base color would be good. I've never had this issue before, and I always place the tree right there. Or the root. But, whatever. It is what it is. Well, they're random from the keep. They're guaranteed from, a brooch is guaranteed from Alk Labs, bracers are guaranteed from Throne Room, and a mask is guaranteed from the keep or the summit. But I can say the really good stuff you find is gonna be in Act 4. So besides the mask, which is a guaranteed drop on the keep, you're gonna find really good other accessories that are just super rare in Act 4. Did I go 2 wide or 3? I only went 2, so I can just do this. There we go. All right. Bill's is out there getting his spin on. Bill doesn't have his chromatic skin on. What? The rogue is super fun to play. So what is this piece here? Is it a chest? I think it's a chest here. Yeah. I just need one reflect damage piece. Oh, actually I think I do have a reflect damage piece on. Yeah, I mean, I've won lots of things on Chromatic Friday streams, but remember, I've only missed one Chromatic Friday stream in 8 years. So I got a whole lot of attempts in, you know? It's kind of like me giving Aramir shit for always having such good RNG when he does 5 times as many maps as I do. So, I mean, you do 5 times as many maps, you're going to have 5 times as much good gear, right? They stream from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays. This wing, most of the wing cosmetics come from doing the tests. There's 9 tests, 3 different tests with 3 difficulties for each one, making 9 total tests. And each one gives a wing reward. So 9 different sets of wings. If you're not using them, I mean, there's no reason to hang on to it, you know? They do it on Twitch, yeah. Just going full-on slammerificness, huh, there, Andreas? The Resurrector, oh man. Hopefully he never lives up to his name, huh? I don't have the pizza wings, no. I'll get the pizza wings in 5 years, and everybody will scream how rigged it is. Is generally how it works. Most of like I just got the DD2 pizza wings like 3 or 4 months ago, you know, and the DD2 pizza wings have been around for half a decade. I mean, my luck is just absolute shit. Oh, the map's over. I didn't realize that was the bonus wave. Fort and rate. Boo. Boo. Well, let's do it again. Got enough? Yep, we got enough. Spawn camping with traps and wisp works on every map. I'm pretty sure, Rustedite. It's so good. Finally got your first keep mass survival win. Nice, Bark. Congrats. You failed on a rogue. That's weird. Wait, how'd you fail on a rogue? Because the rogue is like the ultimate mobility. Or you just didn't move and stood there and got smacked, or what? Oh yeah, no doubt there, MD Gamer. You can actually do this map really quick if you're trying to speedrun it too. Split them up this time so it's not so many in one stack. Never put my gas in here. Oops. Where the hell the EV at? So I should be... Actually, I got to build these better because I'll be 1 DU short. Hmm. Yeah, 1 DU short. So we'll go like this instead. The hell? Oh, I placed it down below. What the hell? I did it again. We'll go like that. Just get a little angle on them here. Then we'll go like that. That'll work. So, yeah, let's just keep roguing it out. I want to rogue it out today. The keep gets really, really grindy after a while, though. I mean, I was enjoying keep farming until I got up to, like, run number 300. And now it's just such a grind to do it. I mean, gotta take a couple of days break from it, and then it'll be good for another 100 runs, you know? But yeah, the keep, I grinded myself out a little bit on the keep. Not even gonna try to hide it. What's going on there? High score? Theoden! What's up, Theoden? You'll get there, KSO. You'll get there. The majority of players haven't beaten it yet. Yeah, Tornado Highlands is just the worst. I mean, luckily, like I said earlier, it's full on AFK, so get your Netflix game in order, get caught up on a show, whatever, you know. I do too, MD Gamer. I really need a better sniper than what I've got now. I've got one with a completely dead passive on it. I think I got like ability or something like that. It's just not doing anything for me. Gives me 1/1,000,000th of a second of better stealth cooldown reduction. Or something stupid like that. But yeah, I need one as well. But it's just too damn grindy. I'm considering myself very lucky to finally get that staff for the EV there, so I just got to call it good for a little while and take a break. I mean, I've got a lot of work that I can do on my other stuff. It is quite fun, Thaden. It's got a lot of potential, but I do feel like it's maybe just a bit overpriced. That would be my main critique for that one. The gameplay and everything was fun. There was plenty of things to do. But I feel like it's not a $29.99 game, is the only thing. I feel like that would be a really good game to get for like 15 or 20 bucks. But 30 seems a little bit much to me. You know, maybe I'm a cheap ass, but it just seems that way to me. I don't know. That Tainted Grail game that I covered a couple of times back in the day, they've got a big update just hitting too. I'm going to do another video on it here soon. Within the next couple of days, probably. What do I recommend for fusion priority if you only run one of each hero? Either DSTs or Wisps is what I would recommend as the very first thing. After that, I would recommend some crowd control. So either Ensnare Auras or Gas Traps. After that, probably another defense. Well, I mean, by the time you get those two dialed in, you're going to be farming the keep. So then you're going to have an Arcanist piece. So you're going to get the ensnares for free, and you can set up another defense, like an Electric Aura. Yeah, that's a side project for Ice. Their Rusted Knight. That's not owned and operated by Chromatic at all. It's Ice's little side project. Yeah, I use a lot of guard sets. You figure my electric auras, my what do we have? Electric auras, wisps. I know I've got something else. My huntress, gas traps. I use a lot of guard pieces. And I don't have like best in slot stuff on any of them. You can find it in my Discord server pinned up top if you're on there. And if not, just screenshot this. There you go. What would I like to see in a new hero? It's just something different, really. I mean, I think that Riftwalker hero that they talked about probably has some good potential. And I would think, since it was a Kickstarter milestone that didn't get hit, but I would think that they've already made some design choices on that hero. So maybe they're one step further on that one. Well, that wouldn't be new, though. As far as returning heroes go, I probably would want the Mystic, personally. No, the Riftwalker is supposed to be something else. I would guess, anyway. Walls haven't been necessary in a Dungeon Defenders game, and... Well, I mean, since early Insane mode in DDA, I guess. Walls haven't been required in DD2 in years. They haven't been required in DD1 in years. And for the most part, not required in DDA in quite some time, too. But DDA was the most recent. I think the Mystic's pretty cool. You know, it's a pretty cool theme. I like her defenses. I wonder how they would work the obelisk. And one of the things they did just poorly, I think, in DD2 is making it where you can only build one. So I'm hoping they make it so that it's something you can use more frequently. It's not just one per map. For what hero? They're goated. Yeah, I happened to build her first defense. Range on my monk, I think I'm at like 8,500. I mean, I've got high stats, you know. 8,700. I mean, I don't have bad gear by any means, but I don't have any perfect gear. Not one piece of just, OMG, that's the best in slot piece you could possibly want. You know, I've got none of those. But I mean, everything is usable, or I wouldn't be using it. Give us the loot. You know Phil's going to get like a 462 rolled piece with all 4 builder stats and power and percent damage passives. You know that's going to drop for him here. You just know it. That's just how it works when you do games with me, Phil. I soak up all the bad RNG. That way everyone else can have the good stuff. It's like a community service, you know? I'm just here to soak that RNG up. All the bad luck. I'll soak it all up. That way you guys can get all the good drops. Phil has loot mods on. I wouldn't put it past him. Thank you so much for subscribing there, War. I do appreciate it a ton. Well, there isn't a loot multiplier for an individual map. Foundries and Forges is on the same quality as the Mill. It's the lowest quality of Act 4. But there's no multipliers for maps at all. Power and range. Fort range rate. Oof. That would be pretty cool there, Johan, no doubt. I like ranged heroes, so, I mean, to me, any ranged type hero would be pretty awesome, in my opinion. I love me some pews. The pews and the pews. Got to get both pews in there. So I put these way over here, huh? It's an old casino term. They're goated. I'll probably do a video at one day, at some point, like an origin story. I didn't kick you. If you were kicked, it was because of the connection. Okay, so I don't kick people. Generally. I mean, I've done it before, but I generally don't kick people. As long as your name's not Aramir. Doug, what's up, man? Ron, how you doing? There is zero focus on DD2, Ron. That's an easy one to answer. DD2 is not their game. It's a game that was created by an investment company that they just happen to own the rights to now. So, yeah, there's like almost no focus on DD2 whatsoever. Melody. You'd kick you? Well, I wouldn't do it, Drinking Ninja. I'd let you stay there. I wouldn't kick you. Yeah, but at DD2's development team, they've been quite transparent about it. It's one person. So, what, there's 20 employees or whatever? I mean, we don't even know how many employees Chromatic has anymore. They've lost so many, but say there's 20 employees, they've got one person working on DD2. That's 5% of their effort is going into DD2. So, yeah, I mean, it's not rocket science, y'all. It was a game that failed as a business. Games that fail as a business, people generally are not interested in throwing a lot more money at. What am I missing here? I'm missing no, I got a middle gas trap. Did I not put both R's over here? Looks like I didn't. I'm missing an Aura right here. I'm gonna say. Shoot. I'm gonna have to sell this to get it down. I wouldn't make a monk specifically for tower boost. It would be kind of a waste because the tower boost hits massive diminishing returns really, really, really quick. Well, the free-to-play game craze is over. You know, League of Legends is rules the roost. Fortnite rules the roost. Those games came out supreme. You know, so anyone with aspirations to make any games are not going to be dumping into free-to-play games as much as they were, 10 years ago. That was the craze. Everybody wanted a free-to-play game because mobile started turning on and we're making trillions or billions or whatever of dollars, and it made everybody want to switch over to a free-to-play game model. Every stat has diminishing returns. The more stat you put into something, the less value you get for each point. Every stat is the same way. But tower boost, your tower boost hits that point very, very, very early where you get like almost nothing. Yeah, monetization has moved to season passes. That's quite popular now, even in non-free-to-play games. Look at Destiny 2. I mean, there's quite a few of them out there like it. I mean, I'm far from a video game marketing expert, but I do have a whole lot of marketing experience. And business models change. It's just how it goes, Oh, yeah, it's true. Destiny is free to play now. Not for a real player. It's only free for people who want to do the crap content and not PvP on Iron Banner Week. Or whatever. Oh, it is. It is. I've had many friends. I had a guy that I used to work with that lost his house over Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans, of all things. Just threw so much money into it, It's crazy how much it gets spent. You guys would shit your pants if you knew how much I spent on DD2. I can tell you I've spent 10 times more on DD2 just in giveaways than most people have ever spent on the game. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a very common story with Clash of Clans, Kayla. I don't know about now. I think they went to a season pass type thing now, too. Nah, it's way, way lower percentage than that. The average stats on free-to-play games showed that, like, the surveys that were done. Now, granted, these were done about, like, 8 to 10 years ago, so it's been a while. But the stats were showing, like, only 2% of the players... oh, what the hell? It got blown up again. Like, 2% of the players are... the only ones that spend money. And then like 90% of most free-to-play games revenue comes from 0.5% of the entire player base. It's pretty crazy. And then there's games like Fortnite that have a super, super high conversion rate. Like a lot of people like to spend big money on Fortnite. So it's not necessarily that they have whales, which I'm sure they do. But they have a whole lot of people all willing to spend $5 or $10, Yeah, I know. It's only when it's People are standing there. It's been in there for a long time. It actually, and if you read the patch notes, they claim to have fixed it, but clearly not the case. Put something in there about ogre wall hacks. Nice IHOPs. Fortnite suffers from, no matter what they put out, people throw constant money at it. So they're going to continue to just spam out the stuff, you know? Skins and passes and this and that and everything else. They're going to continue to spam it out because people keep throwing money at it. Even though their player base has dropped considerably, it's still an enormous amount of money every month. Where you compare that to a game like DD2 and a lot of the things that you never hear people discussing for some ungodly reason is like every veteran in Dungeon Defenders 2 on PC is like 2, 3, or 4 boxing right now. So yeah, they got a huge gain in players with this last update hit, and it's because they added in new crafting materials to grind. So all the veteran players fired up all their alt accounts, and that's a large chunk of where the players came from. Now, granted, they threw in the pay-to-win shop, which was a very smart business decision, in my opinion. I'm sure that thing has generated a ton of money. Ton of money. Seeing whale players talk about their experiences spending $100,000 on free-to-play games. I just can't even imagine that, man. There's so many things I could do with $100,000, and none of it would involve video games. I mean, some of it would. I would get a new gaming computer or something, right? But $100,000? Like, holy shit, man. It's crazy. Crazy. I know a bunch of people, too, that have got, I mean, not to that extent, but got thousands of dollars dumped into League of Legends. Do I think Chromatic has made any money on DDA? Of course they have. It's sold like 200,000 copies on Steam. Well, what's 200,000 times 30? Then multiply that by 0.6. And that's going to be their cut on Steam. It's doing the reverse math from trueachievements.com. It looks like they made at least $1 million on the Xbox from the Xbox game launch. Is there room? No, we're all full up right now. Because it's a super small player base. 200,000 players is nothing. That's not their player base. That's their average online players. If you see that for a day, there was 300 average online players, it's probably more realistic that about 3,000 or 4,000 people logged into the game that day. You wish the homing projectiles wasn't F tier? There's a bunch of passives that are really cool. That would be nice if they were a little bit stronger, huh? You don't look at player base on a premium product and try to decide whether or not the company is successful financially. You look at the player base on free-to-play games. Because free-to-play games are all about having a massive amount of players and then trying to make a few dollars off of each one. That's what free-to-play games are about. So you see a free-to-play game that has under a couple of thousand average players, that's a struggling game. Because remember, if they have a couple thousand average players, they probably had 10,000 or 20,000 players log in. And of that 20,000 players, there's 500 or 600 that actually spent money. So it's kind of like, how would you compare it to real world terms? It's kind of like letting people bring their own food into your restaurant. If enough people start bringing their own sandwiches, you got a real full restaurant that you have to pay to clean up, and yet you don't make any money. You know? So if y'all ever open a restaurant, do not let people bring their McDonald's in. Do not. Tell them, get that shit out of here. Just saying. If I ever open a restaurant, y'all ain't bringing your McDonald's into my place. God, another POS. At least it's a 4-stat roll, but I mean, that's not the challenge at this point. Getting full stat 4-stat rolls is not the challenge at all. $75K on the dummy and only $3K in massacre. Oof. Let's do it one more time. Just one more. Actually getting warm. I might crack open a window and turn on a fan here. Let me check my inventory space. We can get rid of a little bit of stuff. Ooh, look at that paintball gun. There we go. That'll get us through another. All right. Outriders, I think, suffered from the hype. You know, it's always good to have a bunch of hype about your game, but if there's a bunch of hype about your game, you had better deliver, right? Because if not, there's going to be a whole lot of people that feel like they had a bad experience. And I think that's one of the things. It's not that Outlanders was terrible, because it was super fun. I think there was a lot of hype. No, challenges are a one and done thing just to get the achievement, Epic Smash. They've yet to go in and add anything worth farming on challenges. Maybe down the road, you know. They actually mentioned that today. They said that they wanted to make their other game modes feel more relevant or something like that. Where you at, Lil Warden? Put 7 of them there that time. I screwed up the balance, y'all. Hell yeah, man. Tuesday. It's coming. Look at how bad I place these things. Holy shit. How off-centered is that? Wow. I'm going to have to fix that. That was straight up terrible bad. Terrible bad. Now I got it way too far over this way, don't I? That's not there. Not too bad. Well, there is exclusive items on the challenges, but the problem is the challenges are all crappy. Why can I not see? Oh my god, did I just really put 2 traps there? It says auras. What is going on? Oh, it's because somebody's got a striking gemstone. Where are these auras at? Oh, weird. Weird. Now you can see them. It must have been a striking. Somebody had a striking on it. Not really, Catbox. You'll be tempted to at first, but there's really no reason at all. Once you're in full fusion gear, you will never equip non-fusion items. You just won't do it. I put too many on that side. That's alright, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Maybe. I gotta completely snub those off. Yeah, could be worse. The root is still protected anyway. Nah, it didn't hurt at all. You gotta remember that the range on the Wisp was so crazy high that the 20% didn't do anything. What's the range on my Wisps? Let me see. I don't even know. Like 5,000 or something? 61. You don't need anywhere near that, though, Doug. That's way, way overkill. Wisps are all about upgrading them. You get really good range value out of the upgrades. The big trophy is no longer not able to be unlocked yet. No name. That'll be like the last update for the game. They'll put that in. It's just a tease at this point. Yeah, I would get a little bit more, Doug. Just a touch. Just a tiny bit. Well, I mean, it'll be there. We just gotta wait for it. It's in there. It's in the tavern prematurely, I think. I mean, that's last update kind of stuff there, you know? Oh, wow. How do you only have 1.5 range? You just got a lot of pieces missing range? Looks like it's be a pretty easy fix for you if you got numbers like that. You just got to get all 4 builder stats on all your pieces, you know? Or at a minimum, power, range, and rate. That's a transmog. I just think the dragon looks really cool. No, it's not an available trophy. So, I mean, that's what it will be at the very end, with all of the content that's yet to even be made yet. But yeah, you'll have to do all the stuff. It'll be just like DD1. Or it will be tied to the other achievements, like DD1, where you must have every other achievement. You know? It's like Ultimate Defender, if you're a DD1 player. That's all of our luck, sadly, Doug. It's a rough one. I'm getting a bunch of 4-stat pieces today, but I'm losing all the passive rolls. Diacopter? You're here to file a complaint? Yeah, the loot filters got patched, Kimmy. When will episode 6 drop? I don't think there'll ever be an episode 6. I mean, there might be. They switched over, but like the update that just hit is episode 1. The next update, I really hope that they get it to us by the end of the year, but I'm very doubtful that that's realistic. Hope it is. Massacre. Oh. I thought you were talking about the game. Hopefully tomorrow morning. I've got family visiting right now, so I have my recording time has been a little bit reduced. But I'm hoping to get the next episode done tonight. I was not following at all. I apologize. I've got a couple of videos I need to get done tonight, and I'm hoping to add that one on at the end. Oh, he's giving his friend a hard time there, IHOPS. There are no stat caps, so they're 5-second video. The only stat caps are on, like, the amount of defense reduction on buff beams for the EV's walls. But there are no stat caps in the game. Besides that. It's a diminishing return system, so the more stats you put in, the lower value you get for each individual point. Oh, sick of refreshing the channel and not seeing it. I'm at a point where it just takes a bunch of time, New Dream. They'll be coming. It'll all be there, but it's a matter of just having the time. Yeah, like none of that really matters at all because you're going to be way past it just even in lower level gear. So, you know, like the buff beam, it's 3906 on a buff beam. It's way lower for Ensnare R. It's just, all those are numbers that just don't even matter because it's not a number you have to shoot for. You're just going to get there and not even mean to. Never enough. Never enough. So, like I said, that's not really a video that will be happening for me. Anyone who puts out numbers like that is going to be pulling a lot of stuff out of their ass. And I'm not going to do that. Never enough of anything is the right answer. If you can find a piece with more of something on it, you just got a better piece. Now, the amount of value you get out of each piece is going to drop and drop and drop the better your set gets fine-tuned, you know? But never enough of anything. I mean, as far as the stats go, everything is really dumbed down in DDA. Some people don't like that. Yeah, traps are still a little wonky. They haven't even confirmed that that's a bug. That just could be the design choice that they've chosen for them, because they are still pretty effective, even though they're not great. But I don't know. I'm hoping they get the speed caps go down a little lower, and it's not like it is now. But they've never acknowledged that that's a bug at all. Well, hopefully by the end of the year, they're a new dream. Play some Orcs Must Die 3, man. That's a great game. It's on PlayStation. Ooh, wrecked. It's almost over anyway. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Things like the Ensnare are, the Buff Beam, those things have hard caps, but their hard cap is at a trivial level that no one ever has to try to hit. Just by playing the game naturally, even only finding really, really bad gear, you're going to be way past all those. And that's why I feel like that would be creating the community, or treating the community like they were just 3-year-olds, to be honest. I mean, I try to do beginner-friendly stuff, but there's also stuff that's just such a non-issue that I feel like even mentioning it, I don't want people to think that that's something they got to focus on. Crap, again. I need a minor piece, but piece of crap anyway. Alright. I'm caps locking everybody again. I will make a new group again. Anybody that wants to join, feel free to hop back in, even if you're already in. Feel free to pop back on in. But I am going to make a switch because I don't want to grind the same map over and over again today. So I am going to switch it up to Ancient Mines. Oh, it was an accident. I don't know why. I've been doing it a lot lately. My pinky is reaching over to A, and I keep hitting the caps lock instead. I'm not a big fan of shouting in text. I can shout, but if I want to shout, I want to shout. Doing it in text form doesn't, it's not very satisfying in my opinion. I manually loot them, Joshua. But I don't even look unless I'm on the keep. So if I'm not on the keep, I don't look at offhands at all. Bunch of junk, huh? Just filling up with junk today. Jeez, I've done more guard runs than I was aware of. Look at all these guard boots. Ugh. I've got no interest in that, Andreas. The devs don't belong in the keep. Let's be honest here. Phil's the most competent of the entire group. The rest of those guys don't belong in the keep. Stick them down in Nightmare Deeper Well, you know? I don't really recommend people start Rifted until after you got a set of Massacre gear battled on. The thing about Rifted mode is what Rifted mode is all about. This is another upcoming video if I can get some time. What Rifted mode is all about is farming gear. You don't want to farm prior to end game. Just get through the content, you know? Just blast through it all. Because there's no shortage, you know? You're going to have so much grind to do end game. There's no shortage of playtime. The Demon Lord drops brooches. The Goblin Mech drops bracers, and then the Dragon and the Keep drops masks. And then they all have a chance of dropping other ones. You guys have seen them play. This is not me being mean. This is truth. I mean, it used to be they couldn't even complete a map without enabling Godcore. So, I mean, they've come like leaps and bounds forward. If you look at a dev stream from 5 years ago, they had to turn Godcore on to complete a map. That's giving them credit, if anything. They've come a long way. They have come a super long way. Oh, shit. Did I make it friends only? Have it. Have it. Let's try it again. Massacre Hardcore, Ancient Minds, Public. I would name it Pancakes, but then everybody will come, right? We're just going to call it IHOP's game. Name it Waffles. Everybody'd come too. Goated. I mean, who's not going to show up for the waffles or pancakes, you know? Ain't nobody crazy around here. We all wanting some waffles and pancakes. Oh, about the dev streams, Kayla? Kayla, pardon me. I'm completely speaking truth. That is 100% truth. Zero lies whatsoever. If you look back at the old streams, they 100% would turn Godcore on every stream because that's the only way they could complete a map. Dude, talk about shitty placement, huh? Get this one out. Say there. That a little bit more centered, kinda. Kinda, sorta, maybe, not really. I certainly don't feel like we need to spend 5 DU on that, but whatever. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, man, Phil is... I mean, Phil actually plays games, you know. He's not a game developer. You look at his Steam account right now, he's probably playing a game, you know. So, I mean, he's a gamer. He knows how to play games. We're just still teaching him how to play this one. Now that, of course, is just me being mean, picking on Phil. But... look at the Discord Town Hub. That's Justin. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's awesome, man. That's a hot item, you know? But, I mean, they're not going to give content creators their skins and stuff. If they did, then the game would be called Every Other Game But Dungeon Defenders. But Chromatic's not going to give anybody anything away. So, no free cosmetics for streamers. That only happens in Warframe. Dig after dig after dig. Some of them are. The devs for Orcs Must Die 2 are actually on the leaderboards. Like, they play the game for real, like, competitively. They, you know, they actually love playing the game. But yeah, their community manager is like It's not. Orcs Must Die games are way more about your performance than Dungeon Defenders games are. 1,000 times over, as far as scoring goes. I mean, knowledge is part of it, yeah, but it's definitely performance driven. You hit a pretty big grind wall. Are you in a clan, Kayla? Do you have a clan? Little to no skill involved. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Have you ever tried to high score one of those maps? And you just said Orcs Must Die too, which is an entirely different story. It's 100% finesse. Now, their endless modes are pure brute force and just stun locking. But the campaign modes, 1,000% finesse. You're just not going to get X18, X20 combos if you're just stunning in the kill box. It's just not going to happen. The endless modes are a tough it out to the end. Whoever makes it the furthest that's got a smart, a relatively smart setup is going to have the highest score. But the campaigns are limited in another number of enemies each one. So it is a lot of finesse. I'm still a little bitter that it's not more like Orcs Must Die 2, but I mean, it's still a good game. Yeah, it's a good game. If you enjoyed Dungeon Defenders, you'll like it. If you enjoyed Dungeon Defenders 2 more, you may not. No, the player's performance. His actions. You shoot too soon, you lose a combo point. You shoot too late, you lose a combo point. You don't stun the enemies properly, you lose a combo point. And all that all adds up to the score. So I'm talking about the player's performance. Throne room, Lycan King bonus wave, all sludges. Damn, that's nice. Did you have to kill the boss or did they wreck it? I gotta get my sludges moving here, man. I've been doing the 3 Aura stacks, and then I just burn the boss down myself. The bonus wave boss, as long as all you have to do is manage the one ogre side, and then the other ogre side just gets wrecked from you shooting through the boss. You know, it's kind of cool, kind of nice how it all works out. The sludge launcher is the hardest hitting defense in the game, Yannick, by far. And to top it all off, it's AoE. So not only is it the hardest hitting single target defense in the game, it's not single target, it's AoE. So it just annihilates. The downside from the sludge is it's quite boring to look at. It doesn't do a big fancy show or anything. So it's just not super duper fun to watch. I mean, sludges should be the meta that everybody's using right now. But the bees or the wisps do cool shit. And they fly all over the map and give little tornadoes. And I mean, that's the reason, besides the effectiveness, that's the reason everybody's using the wisp. It's a cool factor. There's way more cool factor, you know? You think wisps are boring? Well, you think wisps are boring. Try some sludge launchers. I think the flowers are the coolest one, too. I would agree with you there. The beaming blossom is quite awesome. They're hit like a truck, too. They're quite powerful. Quite powerful. That's definitely my favorite Warden defense, though. All Wardens can boost Warden towers, Robert. If you're a Warden in corrupt form, you're boosting any Warden towers on the map. The shrooms have funky line of sight pathing. They explode prematurely and they chain explode. So like if you've got 5 shrooms running down the lane and a pack of enemies, when the first shroom gets to the pack of enemies, it blows all the shrooms up. So all the ones behind it blow up and do no damage. I mean, if you only put 1 per lane, they'd probably be a nice little addition. The Blossoms, you don't have to sell me on the Blossoms, man. That's my favorite defense. They destroy, they wreck. They get a good benefit from being corrupt form. However, they're good enough where you don't have to play on the Warden if you don't want to. Like, I don't like playing the Warden, to be honest. I like building with the Warden, but I don't like playing her actively. And you don't... The Beaming Blossom, you get a really good benefit if you do, but you don't have to, you know? I love those things. That and they look cool. You know, so you get all the stuff and they look really cool. So it's hard to complain about that. Just good stuff. All right, what do we got? We got a trash tier rock. We got fort range rate. Let's see what my last wave set was. Fort power rate. We'll never get a damn drop. Ugh. Well, I mean, that's the thing, is one of the things that Radiate really did for the game is it made it so you can play whatever hero you want. Now, if you decide that hero is going to be the apprentice, you're probably going to have some survivability issues. But for the most part, you can play any hero you want now because Radiate's just so strong. And it's applicable for anyone, you know? And that's a good thing, really. I mean, people should be able to play whoever they want, right? You shouldn't feel like you have to play this character A to complete the content. You shouldn't ever feel that way. In my opinion. You want a Dungeon Defenders game that is mechanically like DD1 with the art style of DD2? Oh, yeah. Preaching to the choir there, Caleb. Preaching to the choir. I think everyone here watching right now probably thinks the same thing. I mean, Dungeon Defenders 2 had a huge art budget. It's a very, very pretty game, you know? Gorgeous, gorgeous game. Six more. Sneak another one in on the end. 0.15 is the cap there, Christian. Is the fastest it will go. I use a 0.17 just because it's the best one I've found so far. So I'm not even at the... I mean, I got lots of keep farming to do still. I've got one keep weapon that I'm super happy with, and that's on my EV. This one right here. Literally the only weapon I have from the keep that I'm just really, really happy with. I mean, of course, I'd love to have it with 390 ups instead of 360, but this is quite usable, you know? In fact, let's use it this map. Get some laser beams up in here. It has the towers from Dungeon Defenders 1. All the heroes are basically... All of the returning heroes are modeled after their Dungeon Defenders 1 counterparts. There's a few differences. No, Radiate does not proc on the beam. It's such a... To be honest with you, if it did, it would be insanely OP. But I'd still love to see it. The beam... My beam is doing like 80 million DPS. But yeah, Radiate doesn't proc off of any abilities. It's only primary attacks. But yeah, this would be ridiculously powerful. Irradiate puts a dot on enemies that do a percentage of their health per second. It's the largest, it's the biggest single DPS passive in the game, basically. By many, many times over. It's not even close. You know? It hits so hard. Just not even remotely close to any other passive in the game. Yeah, it works on bosses. It's got a reduced effect on bosses, but you completely see it working. You know, when it ticks, you see the boss's health dropping. But, you know, it's not as strong on bosses as it is on the target dummy. I did try the Aura Pain Monk. The problem I have with it is I do still like to do tower boost builds. And a lot of time you're set up near the core or near where sirens would come, and it hits sirens and aggroes them while you're trying to chillax on top of a tower stack. That's like, in my opinion, that's the only bad side about it, really, though. Well, the easiest thing to do is to use a hybrid hero, because armor sets don't matter at all for the DPS hero. So put an armor set on you're using as a builder. So like this EV right here that's doing 80 million DPS is my buff beamer. And still wrecking out 80 million deeps, you know? And then, like, on the rogue, it's specific to which defense or which device you want to set up for fusion on. Like, that's good enough. What, can I hit enemies with this from up top? That would be the perfect place to chill. Oh, I hit that one. I can certainly hit that lane. Acquiescence, thank you so much. I do appreciate it a ton. Afterburner the Scrawny. It is really fun, Jesse. Oh, no problem, man. Feel free to ask whatever. I don't always get everybody's questions, but I try to. But, I went for the malicious set on the rogue, Christian. And the reason being is that the napalm device is the hardest hitting rogue device as far as just damage per second. And you get the arcing device for free, assuming you have access to Arcanist Helms. You like the Dryad lady, the Warden? Oh yeah, Beast. Beast. Sounds good there, Acquiescence. Feel free to swing on by. I'll be adding more and more newer player tutorials and beginners guides and stuff too, as we work our way through the various updates. God, it's just making the copters ogres just completely trivial. You could just sit right here, huh? I want to put that together, have like an ultimate beginner's guide for DDA. But Jesus, that would be such a long video. I'll have to seriously put some thought into that one. It wouldn't constantly change, but it would change for sure. I would have to do a new one every major content update, basically. Which is fine. I mean, I did it for 6 years in Dungeon Defenders 2, you know? I got no problem with putting the work in. Oop, it's all over. I can't pew nothing else. Alright, let's see it. There's the primitive piece. That looked like 4 stats. Range and rate. Boo! Where's my guard piece? Ugh. My God, man. The luck is terrible. I've got a playlist right now. Ugh, no love at all today. Just awful. See where we're at. We're at 2.5 hours. As I mentioned throughout the stream, I've got a whole shitload of videos to get making tonight. So with that in mind, I am gonna hop out here. But anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it an absolute ton. And I will see you all. What's today? Today's Friday, yeah. So I'll be live most of the day tomorrow on YouTube. So make sure to swing on by and say what's up. I will be here. There is no doubt about it. But anyway, thanks a ton, y'all. For anyone who's not in my Discord, make sure you swing on by and say what's up. I also stream on Twitch, and there's the Twitters and all that whatnots. But anyway, thanks an absolute ton, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day and start of your weekend. And I will see you all soon. Take it easy.